So you probably have a farm or are thinking about starting a farm, and if you think about the idea of having 10 times growth on your farm, it's really crazy. You can't even imagine what your farm 10 times in terms of size or in terms of revenue or in terms of profitability would look like. It looks like crazy multiplication, yeah? Sometimes you can't even imagine it would happen in your lifetime. Well, can I tell you something quite crazy? When I started farming, I started with just 750 chickens, yeah? 750 chickens. Well, there were 800, but I paid for 750. 50 were given to me as a bonus, yeah? But ideally, I would say 750 chickens. Currently, I have 7,500 chickens on just this commercial farm alone. Now, when you add the breeder farm, which has capacity of over 60,000 chickens, well, it's crazy. It's way more than 10 times. But let's just think about the commercial farm right here. It's already 7,500. If you can take a look at the chicken house, this is just one of the chicken houses. This is another chicken house. This one has 2,500 chickens. This one also has 2,500 chickens. And I have another chicken house with 2,500 chickens under the grower stage. Those chickens are maybe about 7 weeks right now. And right here, as you can see, we've just prepared another space. We're going to construct a chicken house, and this chicken house is going to take 2,500 chickens. This chicken house, which is going to go right here, is the one going to take the chickens that are being brooded, the ones that are 7 weeks old. So if I tell you that in 5 years, I've grown 10 times, well, I just want to let you know that it's possible. It's crazy possible. Now, if you imagine growing 10 times on your farm, you would imagine that you have to put in 10 times more effort, yeah? They always tell you, you know, work really hard, work harder so that you improve, so that you grow. So if you're to get 10 times the results, you would imagine you'd have to do 10 times the work. But imagine doing 10 times more work than you're doing right now. That would be crazy. That would break you down, yeah? You're already probably working too hard, yeah? You're probably juggling 2 jobs. You're also running a farm. You're spending too much time running everything, and you just can't fathom the possibility of growing 10 times while working 10 times. Well, I just want to tell you that there's actually an easier way. You don't need to work 10 times for you to earn 10 times the results, yeah? I haven't worked 10 times for me to get to this point. I haven't done 10 times as much work. Actually, if I'm to tell you anything, I feel like the amount of effort and the amount of work I'm putting in has actually decreased over the years. At the beginning, it was too much effort, it was too much work, it was too much pushing in order to get everything. But currently, I'm working a bit less. Take a look at our feed store right here, yeah? This feed store measures what? 8 meters by about 14 meters, and we're going to double it. We're going to put another one right next to it, right here. Yeah, so we're going to double the capacity. But at the beginning, when we just started, just these premises, our feed store was the very first room you're seeing there. You can see it, yeah, just a few square meters. That was the feed store. So 10 times growth, you can clearly see it. So what does it take for you to do 10 times more growth compared to what you are right now? Guys, I'll tell you, it's quite simple, it's quite easy. Just a few things. First thing is learning from your mistakes. Yes, learning from your mistakes. You see, I've personally visited a lot of farmers, and the one thing that I noticed about farmers is that they have big heads. Yeah, they have big heads. They don't want to learn. A lot of times I go visit farmers and I'm giving them information that I've personally practiced, and I've seen it change my life. I've seen it change my farming life. I've seen it give me results. And you know what they always tell me? No, this is what I've always done. I'm like, what the hell? That's what you've always done, and it's getting you terrible results. What? It's what you want to keep doing. If you change nothing about it, you're going to keep getting the same exact results. I'm telling you what I'm telling you because I've seen it work. What you're telling me clearly is not working. That's why I'm here. So then why do you insist on doing the same exact thing? Yeah. So you need to make sure that you learn from your mistakes. If someone comes and gives you information and it seems to work, why not implement it? Why not implement it? I'll give you guys an example. You see right here, we have a sick bay. This sick bay you see right here, well, it has chickens. It has some cocks right there. I don't know if I can move in. I'll just step at the entrance. But you can see we have some cocks on this side, and then on the other side, we'll move over there. You can see we have some chickens, yeah? You know, some ill chickens. I wouldn't say ill, but the weaker ones that we isolate out, we place them inside here in the sick bay. Now, if you can see the way we built the sick bay, we built it just next to the chicken house, at the top of the chicken house. I'll move to the side so you can see it more clearly. That's the chicken house, and this is the sick bay, just next to it. Now, at that time, we thought this was a good idea. But later on, we noticed that it was a terrible idea. Look at the top. You see, water, when it rains, water pours on the other iron sheet and it flows and pours down inside the sick bay, the isolated unit. In the end, what ends up happening is that the isolated unit actually becomes worse than the birds in the main house. If birds are inside the sick bay, you want to make sure that they are comfortable and they are recovering. But unfortunately, this setup just ensured the opposite. So what did we do? We learned from it. Now, at first, I thought it was a very good prototype because then that means that every chicken house would just have the sick bay at the top of it and we would save space. It would be a great utilization of space. But I noticed that it doesn't work. And what did I do when I noticed that it doesn't work? We implemented the sick bay in the background right there. You see, this sick bay right here is detached from the house, yeah? This is the second chicken house we built. So it has its sick bay too, which is completely detached from the first chicken house. You see, it's completely detached, as you can see, yeah? And you can see that there is some chickens inside there. You can clearly see them, yeah? But they're isolated, it's completely detached, but it's a better sick bay because then rain does not go in, yeah? We don't have water flowing from somewhere onto somewhere. Certainly a little bit more expensive because it's detached. So we have more surface area to put iron sheeting on and things like that. But it's certainly better, yeah? It's better, it's a better implementation. Now, of course, I've also learned a few things from this sick bay. For example, when you look at the iron sheeting, it didn't go out far enough. What that means is that when it rains, the water pours right into disinfectant that we have here and it dilutes it. So in the end, the disinfectant doesn't become effective. So what that means is that we either have to cover this or we need to make sure that we consistently get the water out and bring in new disinfectant, which makes it quite expensive, as you can imagine. So what that then means is that on the very next sick bay we build, we need to make sure that we implement it in such a way that water does not pour inside the trough, the food dip over there. And that means consistently learning and consistently changing things. When you learn and change things, it ensures that you make less mistakes, yeah? And learning is not hard work, guys. It's not hard work, yeah? Not learning is actually hard work because if you don't learn, it means you're going to keep making the same mistakes. Then you're going to keep getting stressed over the same things. For example, with this sick bay where the thing is just attached, every time it rains, we have to deal with wet litter, so we have to get it out, place new litter inside. That's a lot of hard work. So if I'm expanding and building another chicken house and I'm doing the same exact thing, I'm just increasing on my hard work. I'm just worsening my hard work. But if I learn from it and implement it better, that means I'm giving myself less work, despite the fact that I'm doing a bigger project, yeah? So you need to make sure that you learn from your mistakes. You learn from your mistakes, implement the new changes that you make, then you will ensure that you're making more money while being more comfortable, while having less stress, yeah? So this was the chicken house we built. When we built this chicken house, we learned a few mistakes that we implemented on this chicken house and made it better. And even on this chicken house, there's a few things that we've learned that we're going to implement on this area, okay? We're going to implement those things on this area. And by the way, guys, I'm so happy, I'm excited. I feel like clapping for myself. I'm going to clap for myself, okay? Because we just expanded a little bit. You see, this is the fence right here. And on the other side of this area is actually new land that I just purchased recently. My neighbor right here managed to accept to sell it to me. Of course, I knew that at one point he would come. So I had reserved some money to buy it. So it's a good piece, it's flat. And you know what the goal is? To place the physical Farm Up Academy right here. So we're going to be doing the online Farm Up Academy for people who want to start farms. You know, you want to start it and you want to run it as a business and you want to be very profitable. We're going to be doing an online academy so that anyone, anywhere in the world can actually start a farm and run it as a business and be profitable. No making losses, yeah? Just do it as a business. But we are also later on going to be doing a physical training, yeah? For people who have most likely gone through the online academy, but they want to practice, they want to come here and do things physically. I want to put some form of accommodation right there and things like that. So you guys will be able to come over here. So I'm quite excited, yeah? Quite excited. This is already about 3 acres that we have, so we're expanding. I think this should be getting close to 1 acre, yeah? That I'm getting right here. So I'm quite excited, guys, really, really excited. And that's another growth, yeah? Guys, when I started, I didn't have land. I totally didn't have land. I was doing everything on my dad's land, but we keep expanding, we keep, you know, growing and getting more money and implementing things, and that ensures that we grow. And despite the fact that I keep growing, I feel like I keep doing less work. And you know why I keep doing less work? Because I've set in place systems on the farm to ensure that I do that. Currently, I'm at the farm. You can see me. I'm right at the farm. It's evening time. It's about to get dark. Yeah. And, you know, the guys are moving around in the chicken houses. I think let's go and check out one of the chicken houses. Yeah. We'll move in right here. I think it's quite dark here. So we'll turn on the lights. Okay. So this is one of the chicken houses. This is one of our brand new flocks. Well, it's not brand new, it's laying. I think it's about 26 weeks. And this flock right here is at about 91% in terms of laying. I think at around 26 weeks. We should be at around 95%, but I'm not worried. I trust that we are going to get there because the percentage is still increasing. So as you can see, the chickens are quite docile. It's evening, so most of the eggs have already been picked out. As you can see, some of the birds are even starting to climb up and roost. Yeah. So, and you can hear the birds getting close to me. You can see them. It's a very beautiful population. Right at the bottom here, we have about 1,250 birds, and 1,250 birds at the top. So you can also see the feeders. They have feed right there. Yeah, they have feed. And then you can see the drinkers like that one. And then you can see the litter at the bottom. It's all comfortable. The birds are all very active. And this is what's literally getting us money. And you can see one of the mistakes that we learned from, you know. And this wasn't really a mistake. It was a mistake from the guy who makes the laying boxes. The top of the laying box should never be flat. So that ensures that birds do not roost at the top here. Or it reduces the chances of birds roosting at the top. So you see, when it's flat, this is what happens, yeah? But like that one, let's move over to that one, which is not flat. This one is quite hard for the birds to roost on. You can see it right here. I think it's better seen from the side. You can see it right here. Now, of course, occasionally you'll have a few birds climbing over here, but you really can't have birds roosting here. It's very difficult for them to roost here. So this is another thing that we learn from and we implement to ensure that we are consistently getting better. So ideally, growth on the farm should make work easier, not harder, yeah? Because as you grow, you should be learning from the things that didn't work, implement them better, and then you expand, yeah? Learn from what worked, implement it better, expand. The things that didn't work, ditch them, and then you expand. And also utilize systems, yeah? Utilize systems. Currently, I'm on the farm. The manager is not right here, but I can see everyone is working, everyone is doing their work because there are systems that have been implemented. The guys understand the systems, they understand the protocols, and they just follow through with the systems. Anyone could come and work here, and the farm would still be successful. Why? Because there are systems that have been set in place to ensure that the best is gotten out of the people, to ensure that we are continuously growing, until when you decide to stop growing, yeah? Because for me particularly, for this farm, I just want to do 10,000 birds in production, yeah? So we have those 2 chicken houses. We're going to have this 3rd one, which is coming up here, and the 4th one, which is going to be right at the top here, yeah? Just 4 chicken houses. Currently, in this location where we shall have the 4th chicken house, we have, you know, a garden with some vegetables. You can see, yeah? So we have a lot of manure right here, and we have a lot of vegetables growing here. So instead of, you know, just planting grass here or letting it go to waste, why not grow your own food? Just like we have bananas right there, yeah? Why not grow your own food, utilize it so that you cut down on your costs, but also you have very good nutrition. It's a farm, yeah? Why not grow your own food? So tell me, guys, in the comment section below, what is your dream? What do you think about expanding? Yeah, do you think it's easy? Like I've already shared with you, I believe it's quite easy. It doesn't involve as much work as you actually think it does. It's quite easy, and you can do it with less effort each time and actually get better. And I can tell you that one of the things that ensures that you expand your farm effortlessly without stressing is you understanding how to deal with chicken feed. For example, if you're dealing with a poultry farm, because chicken feed can be quite expensive and stressing. So I made a video which I'll leave in a link right here, which you can check out. It gives you an explanation, a proper explanation of a blueprint that I personally utilize to ensure that I cut down my feed costs and I expand efficiently. Catch you very soon with another video. Lots of love. Bye-bye.